John Wright, when he came there, he was already in debt. The slaves he had to sell them in the plantation. All of these traders was in debt. Probert and Lucas, all of them was in debt because they were being sued also. When they tell you the Indians, we couldn't sue, we couldn't do this, they lie. They lie about our history. So what had happened is when Seymour, when he went to, before, okay, let me back a little bit. The man that was unknown, Thomas Nair, the one that wanted peace, what had happened is he saw how they killed Thomas Nair. And Thomas Nair kept saying, my God, and pleading with God. The Indians began to dance and say a dance, and they would say, my God, my God. When they tell you that your man is weak, your man is not weak. It's just that your history, you don't know your history. What they did is with Thomas Nair, they cooked him for 3 days. They cooked him for 3 days until they allowed him to die. And he pleaded for his life. And when he went to sleep, they shook hands with him and everything. Said that everything was okay. But when he woke up, they was ready to kill. And the thing about it, from Georgia, from Alabama, from Florida, they began to kill these British colonists all over. The Yamasee Indians then, after when they then killed them, then killed the traders, and the ones that was on that land in Charleston at that time, the ones that was on that land, and in April 15th, 1715, the ones that was on that land, they killed every last one of them. Massacred every last one of them. Then they made their way to Port Royal. They made their way to Port Royal. When they got there, the Seymour Barrow, who got away, told the governor, Craven, told him. And that's what saved the people, because they was going to kill all of them too. That's what, because the Yamasee Indians wanted the British colonists off their land. So when the Yamasee Indians got there, it was a boat, and a boat was under investigation. They piled all their family and everybody in that boat, and they was on the sea when the Yamasee Indians got to Port Royal. So when the Yamasee Indians saw them, they surrounded the sea and began to shoot their arrows, shoot their muskets at them. And what they did is they burned up all of their cattle, they killed all their horses, and burned down everything that was there. They burned it down. When they tell you that the black man ain't nothing and want us to this is why I'm not quick to disrespect the melanated man, because that's who fought for you. Sometimes these people before the war, when these Yamasee Indians, when they was going to hunt white-tailed deer, when they would come home, these settlers would sit up and take their whole family, and they would take the woman and the child and hold them as collateral, because these Indians was in debt. They got tired of that. Just like we're tired right now. A lot of us is tired right now. One thing I'm going to tell you, like Dr. Blair, Dr. Dilbert Blair, he said something. And I'm going to get off this live in a minute, but he said something that was very powerful. And he said, what I run into, the problem that I run into, is that when I tell the truth, it's a no-no. He said, it's going to come a time where the truth will be a yes, yes. He said, it's going to come a time where when they even utter a lie and try to utter a lie out of their mouth, your electromagnetic vibration will catch on to it quick and tune it out. And see, that's what's going on now. That's why this government is at a standstill. See, back about 20 years ago, none of us had a supernatural experience. So what the reality that they gave us, we had to deal with that reality because we had no other reality. So we had to deal with that reality, the reality that they gave us. Now a lot of us have had supernatural experiences, so they can't come to us and tell us that this is the be all. We know it's not. We know that there's a higher power, and we know that it's more powerful than them. This is why they use trickery on you, because they know if they come at us full force, they will lose. They know this. That's why they don't do it. That's why everything they do, they use trickery, because they have to be very fucking careful, because they know who you are. They know the power you possess. And what's going on right now, the system is being chopped down. Nobody cares about the president. We don't care about none of that. We don't care. And what's going on now is a lot of you will become leaders. This is why everything is being uncovered. Remember back in the day, about 20 years ago? Oh my God, and we was in love with celebrities. Oh my God, whatever they was doing, we wanted to know. We don't give a damn no more. Because now we know about the boule. Now we know everybody that is on TV, if they give you a chance and you this color, we know you there because you are part of the boule. So we know that that is the gatekeeper. We understand that. And I'm going to say this. See, you got to peep game. When you peep game, then you can just look at something and laugh about it. That's just like the instance of Nicki Minaj. And I don't watch TV. And they said, she going to say, do the research. This lady been out since 2008. She ain't never said nothing logical. All of a sudden, she say something logical. See, everything is a script and it's a game. And once you catch on to that, then you will understand. That's bullshit. Because she was told to say it. Because she wouldn't have never said nothing like that if she wasn't told to say it. Because she know that can deaden her career. She knows she'll wind up dead somewhere if she say the wrong thing. Once you sell your soul, see, the nature got a mind too. Nature, this universe will protect you, but the universe deal with authenticity. You have to be real. It ain't got nothing to do with the outer appearance. You have to be real with yourself. Once you be real with yourself, the universe will protect you. Just know who you are. And a lot of you are about to become leaders. This is why you're talking. This is why your chakras is open. Because you are the new leaders. And they're trying their best to fight it. Because some of you they can't mess with. Because you know who the hell you are. And be leery of people that's talking about how they so powerful in the spirit. Don't nobody care about you going and getting no colorful wig. And you throwing on a colorful wig and you painting your face. No, it's more deeper than that. It's more deeper than that. Don't nobody care about that. It's a lot of people that's getting off into this because it's popular now. The reason why they getting off into this is because they know this is the new norm. Soon this will be the new norm. If you into this right now, you should know, you should already have entities to come and talk to you. You should know about the supernatural, and it should not scare you. If you are awakened, like you say you are. See, it's one thing to read a book. Some things you can't get out of a book. Some things gotta happen, and you got to learn it. Everything is not in a book, but it's a lot of stuff like the Yemisi War. I had to study it in order for me to understand it. This is your land. You never came from Africa. You never came from Africa. African and American and Aboriginals are two totally different people. And they want to cling us together because they know you could never search out your history trying to search it out in Africa. And the sad part about it, if you learn your people and know your people, all you got to do is look them up and everything is right there. The Yemisi War, what I just told you, is not hidden. I tell you things for you to study it yourself, so then you know. It's a true war. And what you don't know, your ancestors fought to the bitter end. The only main prison they have, and they've ever had, was the school system and the prison system. This is why they have to get your young boys at a young age. Because what they got to do is they got to get that warriorism out of them. So they lock them up and hope somebody screw them, bug break them. They hope that happens. Know who you are, because you are a powerful person. And see, they're not gonna never tell you this, because they want you to think you was a slave and you was at the bottom of a ship. That's not your history. Your history is more powerful than that. These melanated men, if melanated women really studied their true history, really studied it, and went past Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and went far past it, you would know your men fought for you. Men would, some Indian tribes would go out and fight. They come back from the swamps. And when the British colonists, when they would get their ass whooped, they would come back and kill up all their fucking women and children. This is what they had to go through back then. No, I don't care about, let me tell you something. If we knew the truth, that's just like a lot of women say, oh, melanated men ain't shit. And then you be talking about Aboriginal men. Let me tell you something. If you knew the truth, if you knew the truth about how life is, they not gonna never tell you. Don't you know, when you sitting up here, you with a man in your 20s, you and that man is still a child. You're not considered an adult until you're 30. You're not considered an adult. Some of your organs is not even fully developed in your 20s. See, this is the stuff that they don't tell you. They don't tell you the most retarded children don't come from older women having children. It comes from younger women. They don't tell you this. They don't tell you this. You got to study. I'm going to put the book up. I'm going to put the book up that I read, but I had to study other things too. But I'm going to put the book up that I read, the Yemisi War. I'm going to put the book up because they're very powerful. They even fought with the Iroquois Indians back in 1713. No, 1712 to 1713. They was very powerful and they was warriors. And they did not take no shit. They did not take no shit from nobody. But these Indians fought not to be in war. I mean, be in slavery. This is the whole reason why these wars was taking place. Because they fought so we didn't have to be in slavery. Those are the ones that fought for your freedom. And what had happened is, because they could not contain them, they had to tell you a lie with a pen and a piece of paper. And that's what they done. You got to study. No, everything is not in a book, but you got to study your history. Then you will have more respect when it comes to the melanated man, because he's being destroyed on purpose. He's being destroyed on purpose. And be careful. Let me tell you something. Everything I done told you today, I got to study it. So when I put it out here, it's not a price on knowledge. It should never be a price on knowledge. Because the universe, like I say, is authentic. The universe take care of its own. The universe, once the universe tell you something, it ain't never told me to ask for money, so I don't do it. I'm not going to tell one group of people, you know what, you go here and you pay this type of money, and I'm going to tell you some more information. The way our people is looking out here, you don't have room to do that. You don't have room to do that. I don't ask nobody for nothing. I'm invited to an event this weekend. They offered to pay for my hotel. I ain't asked them. I pay for my own hotel. I don't ask nobody for nothing. Unless if I ask you for something, that means I need it. And if I ask you for something, I'm gonna ask a certain person. And you know, my whole thing is the universe will take care of its people. The only thing, if you awaken and you got all kind of wisdom and knowledge, give it out to the people and wake them up. Because those are the next leaders. The people out here right now that's on Facebook and on YouTube. And your channel's being shut down. You are the new leaders. You are the new leaders. The system is being disrupted because of you. And the only reason the universe is changing is because of people like us that say, hell no, we ain't going. That don't participate in they BS no more. I don't own a TV or a radio. It's not in my fucking house. I don't have one. When I'm up, if any woman that can be in the house all day by herself without a TV and a radio, don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. See, because then you at peace with yourself. Peace is everything. I love y'all, and I want y'all to have a safe day, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Goodbye.